Well, joining us now is travel writer Joe Cawley, who's out in Tenerife. Joe, a bit of a shock yesterday when they called off that search, and I can imagine quite upsetting for the family.
It was a surprise. It seemed to come from nowhere. The population of Tenerife seems pretty shocked that it's been called off after 2 weeks. I guess the Saturday search with the extra people was a final push as far as the police were concerned. But yeah, it's taken everybody by surprise.
It's interesting to sort of learn about that number, 6. Just 6 people who volunteered to take part in this search. Is it really as big a story in Tenerife as it is in the UK? Because, I mean, numbers like that would suggest that perhaps the population of Tenerife isn't as transfixed as we are back in Blighty.
Well, I think there's 2 things to consider. The first is that the call for volunteers was the call for professional volunteers or experts in mountain rescue, mountain climbing, expert hikers. It wasn't really a call to the general public. So maybe there were a limited number of people here of that ilk at the time. But also, I've been talking to some Spanish people, some young Spanish people, the Canarians, and a lot of the Spanish population are not aware of this case. Amongst the British expat community, yeah, it's the talk of the town and a lot of concern. But some of the Canarians that I've been speaking to have said, Jay, who? And then followed up by, well, a lot of people get lost in the mountains.
Joe, it is a shocking one, and I think the question remains, doesn't it? Where is Jay Slater then? If they're calling off the search, what other lines of inquiry could the police be taking in?
Well, as everybody knows, there's been a lot of speculation. There are a lot of theories, obviously. The police over here do not give very much away publicly. That's just not the way that they do things. So they said that the case is actually open. The investigation is still ongoing, but obviously the search is finished. I don't know where we'll get the next update from. The family are going to continue. I think the detective Mark Williams-Thomas, the ex-detective Mark Williams-Thomas is over here at the moment. But yeah, I'm not sure which particular lines of inquiry the Guardia Civil here are following now.